Hey, it's Courtney with Mix 104.9. I'm here with Chris, the drummer of O.A.R. You guys are coming to Wells Fargo Center for the Arts next Tuesday, September 30th. I'm very excited about this, I have to say. We had you guys over for a mix and mingle, and you were the only one not there because we do an acoustic show. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see the whole band together.
I missed you guys too. I'm sorry I wasn't out there. But yeah, we're coming back. We're actually really excited. We've been able to spend a lot more time out on the West Coast, finally.
So you guys released your 8th album this past June, the Rockville LP. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's after Rockville, Maryland, where you guys are from.
You are correct.
I'm pretty smart, people would say, you know.
Yeah, it was a fun one for us to make. You know, it's kind of just the whole album. It's about home and where we grew up and what those experiences were like, and that idea of being able to kind of take that with you on the road or wherever we kind of, move off and live, but kind of just seeing the world through those eyes of when we were 16 years old and just started a band and felt like we could take on the world.
Can we expect a 9th album anytime soon?
Yeah, we've already started writing new songs. It's just, I think one of the fun things about being in this kind of a band is that we write so much that, like, we always have stuff in the works that, like, gets kind of, like,
You
shelved
almost have too
because
many
it may
things.
not fit in on an album. And then we maybe play it live, just how it reacts with the crowd. And then we have some of our more, like, loyal fans that'll be like, why didn't you put that song in the new album? It's my new favorite one, and they're all disappointed. And we're like, okay, well, we hear you. We love the song, too. It just didn't fit in with this album. It's always a combination of writing new songs, maybe bringing back an older song that we haven't played in years. So it's just fun to kind of mess with that. But I think writing new songs for us is just something we've always done. I mean, we make stuff up on stage. If you've seen us before, you're never going to get the same show twice. We change our set lists up every night. We mess with different versions of the song, so we don't even know what version of a song, like Hey Girl, a sax solo, and the sax player could maybe play a certain line in his solo and be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to change to this direction now.
That's awesome. That's really cool. There's very few bands or artists out there nowadays that let their audience or let their fans help choose the music, and that's a huge connection. It makes people just love you guys even more.
Well, we've always had a great connection because our audience is really has always been the reason that the band has spread. I mean, we've had some great opportunities, like for everything you guys are doing, supporting us on the radio side of things has been absolutely huge. But we really couldn't have done it also without our audience going and spreading the music to their friends and their family. When we write a set list, most of the time we use it as a guideline, but cater whatever the show's vibe is, and we go, you know what, if the second song, is supposed to be a slower song and the crowd's amped up, we're going to go that direction. And if a guy out in the crowd made a sign for something because it's his wife's birthday and wants to hear a song, like, that kind of stuff happens all the time. It's really fun to, make it about the moment and create a fun show for each city that we're in.
Do you ever get tired of playing the same songs over, especially your older material, or do you just love it so much every day is a new day sort of thing?
People ask that a lot, especially some of the songs that we would play every night, like a song like That Was a Crazy Game of Poker. That one for us, it's just like, man, as soon as we start it and you see the excitement in people's, faces and eyes just like light up, like,
yeah, you
that
just
doesn't
feed off
get
of
old.
that, huh? Just feed off the energy and
Absolutely. And, and a song like that, it's one that we kind of extend. I mean, that song could be 15 or 20 minutes long, depending on how much time we have that night to play. And when we do that, we're just making things up on the spot. And that's really exciting as a musician. It's, kind of early on might have been a little scary. And we've certainly had some train wrecks along the way. But most of the time, that's what live rock and roll is about.
Definitely. And that's also for a fan, that's an amazing experience, so that no matter how many times we see you guys, we can expect something new, something exciting, something that no one else has seen before.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm here with Chris, the drummer of O.A.R. They're coming to Wells Fargo Center for the Arts next Tuesday, September 30th, and we're all so excited.
And we can't wait.
I know. Well, that's good. We're happy. So I've seen you guys before, not necessarily you. What's your favorite concert you've ever been to?
Ooh, good question. I like that. Okay, so there was one concert that was really memorable for me was Foo Fighters. And so Dave Grohl he had like a wireless guitar and a microphone, and he went all the way out through the crowd, like stepping over
the seats,
through the seats to the front of the line. okay? And he did a song for everybody who was in the back out there in the lawn, and then came all the way back through the seats to get up on stage, and then just rocked out. And it was just one of those fun moments where he just really brought what was like a massive audience. And it was just one of those things where he just made that such a rock and roll moment, like this just thing that I'll never forget. And everyone was involved. It was as if you were like in the room, like in a small room with him.
That's awesome. Sometimes, we can't all afford the front row seats, and you got to sit in the lawn, and you just kind of feel like forgotten back there from a lot of musicians. So that's awesome that he just made you feel like you were right there. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it, and we're very excited to see you next Tuesday at Wells Fargo Center for the Arts. It's going to be amazing.
Thanks so much. I had a blast.
Of course, I don't know if you know it, but it's their very first general admission show. They normally have a bunch of seats in there. They're taking them all out, so I feel like it's going to be a very more personal concert. We're going to be all up close to you guys, very close. We'll all make sure to shower before.
I think it sounds like it could get a little crazy.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.